everything you're saying plays very well to the A24 Films map.
I just don't think I don't see. We talked about it earlier. Do you want to break it down? Because I think there's some things I would tweak with this map, but
yeah. So I think the first thing to consider is when the movie trailer first comes out, everyone says, "Why are Texas and California aligned in a line?" That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. It really does.
But are they aligned really?
Yes. This map is plausible, and what that means is you can certainly make an argument for why you think it would not fall this way. But in terms of how they're envisioning this film and what a divided America could look like, I actually think this is very plausible. I don't know if it's the most probable. There's a lot of arguments that we can make as political junkies. But the reason why California and Texas would be in an alliance is not because they share values. It's because neither wants to be conquered by DC.
Sure.
That's it.
I think Kentucky and Tennessee are extremely close culturally. So to find that line is really kind of odd to me.
No, but in terms of plausibility, you could easily look when the Civil War.
But the other thing is just because I'm blind. Are they aligned in that they're the same country, or they're just aligned in like an alliance like New York, like U.S. and Canada are aligned?
The Republic of Texas and California are two different republics that have an alliance.
Oh yeah, that's very plausible. Absolutely plausible. It's the case now.
Yes, and you may be arguing, why is Kentucky and Tennessee split? Military occupation by DC and moved in very quickly into Kentucky to stop, the other way around. They move into Tennessee to prevent Kentucky or vice versa. That's just Deus Ex Machina for a film. We can make any argument about what may happen.
The point you made was really key, and I think people didn't understand this. If it does blow out to like full-blown violence, and I pray to God it does not, state lines become irrelevant.
Yeah, you look at geographical borders, rivers and mountains. So the Ohio River would be one, the Mississippi River, the Rocky Mountains would be one.
This Oklahoma Panhandle is not going to be a thing. It's not possible.
Right. And that's why actually a lot of the eastern state borders would stand.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were built, were formed simply because of geography. But I look, New England is a joke, right? This is one block. This whole thing, it's just instantly New York and Massachusetts.
I disagree, because New Hampshire has a lot of people there, and they've been planning for this. They selected
a Democrat governor, didn't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, there's a difference between what's intensity of opposition, right? So if you have a cadre of like 10% of the population who are really out of their minds and really want New Hampshire to be independent, it's going to be really hard to put those down.
Luke would come here all the time and advocate for us to move to New Hampshire because of the Free State Project. And I'm like, my friend, you are surrounded on all sides by leftist forces.
I will say there are, because like upstate New York and like upper Maine are different. They tend to vote red. I mean, obviously Maine has Angus King, one of our only independents. There are potential like rebel factors in there, but I don't
really. I mean, he's technically
he caucuses with Democrats for sure.
I can't think of anything.
But what I just mean symbolically, like there is a stratification within those regions. I just don't think it's enough to say that they would be able to fight off. I think it would be like you were saying before, like Seattle will have this one blue center, but ultimately that region is controlled. And I think you would have discontent in New England, but I don't think it would be enough to manage it.
And a Maine Democrat or even a Connecticut Democrat is not the same as an LA Democrat, at all.
I mean, honestly, I think that was more the case 10 years ago. But as you see now with like West Virginia, and you see, we really don't have any blue dog Democrats anymore.
Correct.
So the internet is...
you know who's the one blue dog Democrat?
Who is it?
My hero, John Fetterman.
Yeah, I guess.
He's had the craziest 2023 story arc.
I contributed to his campaign. I spotted this guy from a mile away. You can't miss him.
There were funny memes of YouTube thumbnail. The meme is a YouTube thumbnail of Fetterman saying, "Why I left the left."
But in all seriousness, people are like, how did you predict this guy so well? John Fetterman, and he is one of these old school lefties who think the point of government is to help people who've been screwed over by the system, whether it's food stamps or whatever, who thinks politics can be honorable and that politicians shouldn't be put themselves on a pedestal and are just like someone trying to make the world a better place.